Just like the rest of the world, I saw Parasite for the first time last year, and it was an awakening for me because basically I started watching so many Korean dramas and movies. I'll put in the description some of the series that I've been watching, and just really want to talk to you guys about this film that I really loved. I found this movie, Tune In for Love, because it stars an actress that I recently saw in another TV show called The King, Eternal Monarch. Shout out to everybody who have tried to get me to watch K-drama. It ended up taking an entire pandemic for me to start watching K-dramas, and I'm completely obsessed. I stay up to 2 a.m. every day to watch K-drama, so yeah, this is my life now. Just to give you an idea of how bad this is, I finished 6 series in 2 weeks. If you're interested in knowing what I've been keeping myself busy, other than, eating and sleeping, I left a list of the series that I've been watching in the description. So feel free to check them out. They should be on Netflix. I love the movie so much, so I couldn't wait to talk about it with you. I don't watch a lot of Korean movies, to be honest. It's kind of a period film where it takes place in the majority of the 90s and early aughts. And another thing that probably was missing for me as a person that has not been living in Korea is that there's a lot of nostalgic things sprinkled throughout the series that I probably didn't catch, but I really appreciated it. It was so detailed and it was just so realistic. Sometimes you remember things in your childhood that is really beautiful and it's grand, but then you grow up and then you go back and you realize that it's actually a bit old and it's a bit smaller than you remembered it. This movie felt like the happy memories of a place that I had than probably what it actually was. The way the film is structured, that it follows 2 people throughout the 90s and the early aughts, it kind of is similar to another film that I also really love from Anne Hathaway called One Day. That one takes place in the UK. I don't care what anybody says, but that movie has the best movie poster of all time. So gorgeous. Like, I'm gonna put it here. Like, oh my god, it's so beautiful. Just gorgeous. Tune In for Love is mostly tied together by a radio show host who you don't see throughout the film, but you can hear him in the background that he just started his career as a radio show host, and then it just follows him through that decade. And yeah, so it's kind of like the consistency throughout this entire movie. They had popular music from different era in Korea, so it really helps you immerse yourself in that period of time wherever they are. Before I make this video, I kind of looked at English reviews about what the general idea is about this film, and they were mostly negative reviews. And the reason they gave for that was that the plot was a bit basic and thin. There was not a lot going on. I just don't agree. I mean, I don't have to watch an Avenger movie where something happens every 2 seconds. Sometimes I watch a film just to relax and it's just enjoyable and it's just pleasant to look at. And this is just one of those films that I thought was just very pleasant to look at. I mean, of course, plot and motivation is important, but we can't use Western way of thinking to assess a film that is made for a different audience and then decide whether it's good or not. That's a big mistake that a lot of Western critics have when they look at a film from Asia, is that they put the same expectation on it. But Asian audience have very different needs. I think Korean audience maybe have very different needs. And if it's not for you, then it's also fine. Also, if you want a story that has a lot of plot and it has, motivation, character development, then go read a book. It's made for that. It's made for plot and made for character development. But movies is a visual medium. It's not the same thing, and it shouldn't be the same story that you're telling with visual or not visual medium. I love the concept of a radio show tracing the love story of 2 people who just kept missing each other in different time period of their life. The way the characters spoke to each other, especially during the happier time period of their life, made me feel nostalgic for a career that I've never been to. But the characters were so naturally acted that it the entire movie just felt like a very pleasant car ride. Watching two people fall in love, losing contact, find each other again, fall in love, be together, and then break up again, and all traced in just 2 hours. It was heartbreaking and delightful at the same time. For me, not every movie have to be Parasite. Some movies can just be just pleasant movies. It's okay to want something comfortable. Not everything have to challenge me. I feel really bad because I want to review more movies that are, interesting to talk about, and new movies that probably will get more attention than a Korean movie that I'm reviewing. But at the same time, I cannot put myself through very difficult movies right now. Kim Go-eun and Jung Hae-in were very good at portraying the awkward young love that people feel, also the painful separation. And I thought that they had a lot of chemistry with each other. They looked so in love in the part when they were together. So I don't know what people are talking about that they were awkward. So I don't really get it. For me, chemistry is very objective. Different people feel differently about the characters in the movie and the actors. One of the things that I really love talking about is that the director, when he was talking about this movie, when asked why these two characters kept waiting for each other, although the chance of them meeting is so low, he explained that it's because how rare the love they have, and these characters know how rare it is, so they just kept longing for each other. Isn't that sweet? Although I hope in real life people don't wait that long, 10 plus years for their first love, because sometimes you just need to, carry on with your life, and there is more than one person in this life that will love you. So go out. Virtually. I'm not telling y'all to, YOLO everything and then just go and fall in love with anyone, but it's okay to not wait. But I'm just trying to say that if you miss someone, just give them a call and tell them that you care, because nobody has ever said, oh, I wish I didn't get that call from, because everybody loves hearing from someone that they're being missed. So just tell them that you miss them. It's okay. With that said, I'm going to end the video here now. Did you see the movie? Will you watch it? Let me know in the comment down below. And if you made it this far to the video, why don't you give this video a thumbs up? It really helps. Thank you. In the meanwhile, stay safe, wash your hands, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.